obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that they've been producing some really awesome shit lately.
Dude, all right. My biggest thing on Tups is, before I even knew who Tups was, I'm in Target, and they have got end caps 17 feet from the door. Tups Brewery in McKinney, and they've got 7 beers on this stupid thing. And I remember I go home and tell my wife, I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, these just come out of absolutely nowhere, and their marketing is off the, she's marketing background.
Right.
So she's freaking out, and because, I mean, I'm at festivals, we're everywhere, I've never even heard of this, and they're in Target with end caps. So I don't really know what that means about their business plan, and who cares, but those cats came out strong.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you've definitely heard of them, is basically what that means, I think.
And then especially within the past year or so, when they introduced the DDH, that's been flying off the shelves. Everyone loves it.
Killer.
I would have brought the DDH, but I think just their regular IPA is one of the best IPAs out there in Dallas. They got a great combination of hops, Mosaic predominantly.
You taste Mosaic.
That's one of my favorite hops. It can go in just anything and taste amazing.
Yeah.
It's not overly bitter, but it's still got a nice bite, which, although I like hazy IPAs, I think they're lacking that bite and that clean finish a lot of times.
They do, I get it, but you into the fruity thing, and I get it. Yeah.
Just, if that's what you want, there's nothing wrong with that. But
no, this has a nice little Christmas tree thing to it that's not crazy bitter, and it kind of hits you in that cool little sort of aromatic, herbally way. I dig it.
Yeah, I think you can throw that in any kind of IPA or anything that needs hops.
Yeah.
It blends so well with everything. If you need a fruity flavor, it's got a fruity flavor. If you need more pine, it's got that.
Yeah.
It's also really fun to mess with kind of on the more technical side because you can do a lot of stuff in the fermenter with it that changes the flavor that you can't quite get out of other hops.
Very nice.
Plus, price point is a big deal when you're brewing a beer.
For sure.
And although it's not the cheapest hop, it's a lot cheaper than like Citra and Galaxy and a lot of the more popular
Yeah, for
hops.
sure. Even on the homebrew level, like per ounce, there's definitely because homebrewers, how cheap can we possibly do anything?
Exactly. Yeah.
We're paying attention to it as much as flavor. It's just kind of it's that nerdy side of what we do. So that's cool, man. This is good. I'll be completely honest with you. This is the first time I've had this, which is a bit surprising because I am a Mosaic guy. Oh, they got this Citra in it too, so that gives your fruity side of it to balance out. So very cool. That's dope. I like it, man. Nice choice.
That's Three Nations Chocolate Hazelnut Stout.
Cool.
I think they used to call it Sticky Nuts, which is a great name.
Should have stuck with Sticky Nuts.
Yeah.
I'm down with anything nuts.
Oh, yeah. But
nuts aren't my thing, but they're funny as hell.
Oh, yeah. It's a great name.
Makes my wife giggle.
I want to order it just for the name. Go up to the bar as loud as possible. Can you give me some of your Sticky Nuts?
Anything makes my wife giggle, I'm down with.
Three Nations has just been fucking killing the stout game lately.
So those
That's
guys,
their newest.
So they came out like full on, like originally they were like big time like European sort of German style, right?
Yeah.
They were sticking with it. So they've moved on from that now, kind of.
A little bit.
Okay.
I mean, they're still pulling a lot of like their core beers. They get that name from like it's Germany, Belgium, England, the big beer countries.
For sure.
And a lot of their core beers, they still stick with that. But they're branching out and doing some fun shit like this and like their Haze Wizard.
No, they're awesome, dude. Everything is cool. They do it all out of like a mechanic-sized garage, which is, I don't even get my head around that.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah,
right.
awesome
Sweet.
setup. And of course, for the last one, got Hans Pils. Just a super solid Pilsner. It's, if I think of shotgun beer, I think of this beer.
Blanco.
Fun to chug.
Those cats are cool down there, man. We went and saw Edie Brickell and New Bohemians at a festival under a tin roof that the drummer puts on. He teaches music school down there in Blanco.
Awesome.
And those cats had so of course everybody was fireman's four out the balls. My favorite part of meeting you guys on the pro side is how much like all you guys are giant scale homebrewers.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the weirdest part of this whole gig. Like, having the crazy chance to like do pro-am stuff over at Brain Dead, like getting on that and looking at this whole system and being like, this is what I have in my garage, and it's just bigger. Like, it's crazy that you guys look at the same shit as we do. That's cool.
It's kind of like going from being a cook at home to being like a professional chef.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a lot more fast-paced,
Yeah.
and you got to think about consistency a lot more, but it's the exact same principles.
Yeah.
You're doing the same shit.
Yeah.
It's just now on a much larger scale.
Well, cheers, man. Cheers. Bottles up.
I drank 18 beers. Cause I didn't have 20, cause I drank 18 beers because I didn't have 24. I drank 18 beers. I didn't have. I didn't have 24. I think I drank a lot of beer. I found a nickel on the floor. Yeah, I'm picking up nickels. I think I'll have a nickels more. And that's like 20 beers. If you go with my plan, I took out a second mortgage and just to keep my drinking plan.
Bryan, grab us a beer, brother.
Where we going first?
Start out with that IPA. Aaron said that's one of the top IPAs in Dallas, and I just had one, and I kind of agree. I know you're not a hype guy. You're not a hype guy. A hype guy.
I'm a hype guy.
You're a hype guy. You're definitely a hype guy.
My buddies at Tufts.
You play at Tufts.
Yeah, I just played there last week.
That's cool. All right. So I was thinking about this the other day. So back in the day, it's been 15 years since we played together, but I've been out of this for a minute. Has it been no? I thought it was like 12 years. But anyway,
I'm not that old.
now there's all these new breweries around.
There's a bunch
and
of
new
them.
breweries is new gigs.
Yeah.
And you found a role in that gig.
I've been playing a bunch of breweries.
You've been playing, like I see you all the time. You're up in McKinney.
I'm doing a community tomorrow.
Those cats at Franconia. You doing community tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, that's dope. I've seen you at Franconia. You done doing Tufts.
Yeah, Deep Ellum.
Deep Ellum?
It's fun.
Deep Ellum has got so we were
Cool thing
down.
is I've gotten to try so many beers playing all these different breweries.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, we were down in Deep Ellum in the early days. Like I remember their first year, they were putting out on social media like, "Hey, we're coming. Come drink some beer with us. We're having music people." And like Pedigo was down there doing some stuff, and the O's would go down there, him and Taylor. And we were going down there, and those are all family dudes. That's the other cool thing I think about. Like, other from the days back in the day, we did this. We got kids and shit now, so we take kids down there, we play, and they bring out crayon and chalk from on the sidewalk and listen to music and drink beer. And yeah, dude, that's a cool thing. So yeah, I've seen you've been hitting that circuit pretty steady. So that's
those
cool.
breweries, man, they're fun too, like you said, because they're a lot. It's a lot more family oriented than you would think a brewery.
Yeah.
Per se.
So from the perspective of the dude who's done it before, like what's the crowd situation? Because so we played in bars for a long time.
Yeah.
And as bars, let's face it, you're a glorified jukebox for all the conversations going on, and that's totally cool. But in that situation, because it's not so crazy social hyped,
right?
But everybody is there hanging out, and then you're there. Do you like the crowds coming off? Are they pretty responsive? Like, are they enjoying the shit out of it, or?
Yeah, I dig it. I feel like they're listening more sometimes.
Are they throw beer bottles at you?
Not throwing any beer bottles. And I got a rule: if you throw it at me, I'm gonna throw it back.
Right. Hey, man.
But, or I'm gonna throw something equivalent.
Right.
No, but I like it because, man, the one thing about those breweries and stuff is, I mean, it's like with any bar or anything. Sometimes nobody, they're all playing cornhole and doing whatever they're doing, but most of the time in those breweries, people are kind of listening more than per se a bar.
That's cool.
That's cool because it's a little different vibe. It's just a little different at a brewery than actually in a bar venue.
Yeah, that's dope.
Like that.
That's cool.
I'm talking about like playing acoustic type shit.
Yeah. Well, I had an assumption that'd probably be a gig anyway, but I wasn't really sure if that's kind of actually.
So tell me what we're drinking. What is this?
Aaron can handle this, man. Aaron brought this for us.
So this is Tufts IPA. And, they've been on the map lately for their DDH IPA, which is really good. But this one has that nice bitter backbone, but it's not too bitter, which I think scares off a lot of people from IPAs.
Yes.
Yeah. But this one's like really well balanced between the bitterness, and it's got a little bit of sweet juiciness in there.
I got you.
It's got that citrus. You taste a little citrusy thing in there with the oranges and shit. That's that citra hop, dude. That's what I was telling you. That's a cool thing.
Maybe
I'm trying to learn the IPAs. And what do you think about IPA, Mo?
Man, I usually don't like them. I really like this one, but Tufts also does like some kind of double we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, he was asking about the double.
That's the DDH.
Yeah, and I really like that. Is that what this is too?
No. So the DDH, it's a new type of IPA called a hazy IPA.
Right.
And they're designed just to be kind of really juicy, sweet, not that bitter. To get technical with y'all, they add a lot of late edition hops, which don't add bitterness, but add flavor.
Gotcha.
So you don't get that hop burn or that hop bitterness that turns a lot of people away from IPAs.
Right.
But you get that fruity, juicy flavor that you can only get from IPAs.
There's a lot of people
that
like IPA. Like, oh man, I don't drink IPA. That's all I drink, man. IPA. What do they like? Why do they like it? Why? What are they looking for? Because I ain't found it yet.
I compare it a lot to spicy food.
Okay.
You know what? Some people like their food really, really spicy, and they want to burn their mouth off.
Right.
I don't particularly go for that.
Right.
But it's a similar idea. Some people like their beer to be really bitter.
Okay.
I prefer it balanced, so it's got that bitter bite, but not too bitter. So if you kind of think of it like that, like, you know, if you don't like spicy food, it's understandable. But if you do like it, you like it. Yeah,
I understand.
Those are the people that go camping and they grab those like cedar juniper trees and they just start chewing on the needles.
That's kind of what I was doing.
I'm just kidding. I actually like IPAs and all the hops of it. I built my shit up, you know, where I can handle it now. But yeah, dude,
I'm learning.
That's a cool explanation. I like it.
But this doesn't have that typical weird bitter aftertaste to me as a lot of IPAs like you're talking about do.
It does to me, guys. So, like that, right.
Something my backyard, you know.
And what's Mosaic
brewing.
hops?
Mosaics are fun, man. So if you don't mind, like between me, like I'm as a home brewer, like, he knows more about them than I do, but I think they're kind of in the middle. Like they'll give you that bittering you want, but I know you guys know the brewing process, but you get this like you put in your bittering hops, it balances because you get all the sugar out of the grains, right? And then you put in this thing that balances out, so it's not like drinking sweet tea.
Gotcha.
Because if you taste it before you start your boil and put your hops in, it tastes like you go through the drive-through at Granny's. You just like, you know, rot your teeth out. Sweet dude. You'd love it. He's country, so you know, yeah, you'd love it.
I'm like some
yeah,
they make some great sweet tea here. I'm here.
Split in my ass. Yeah. So
you got to hit them at
So you put those in, it balances it out, and then after that, you start getting your flavors you want. And Mosaic isn't. I mean, some people use it for bittering, but it's not going to give you that super bitter. But it's not going to give you that fruity thing
So
that
it's kind of
Citra,
middle of the road.
Middle of the road. And nice. It's cool. It's actually really cool. The fact that they blended this and that with Galaxy, that's a really nice blend. But
the fruit that you say the fruitiness, is that the grapefruit taste you're tasting?
Yeah, that's one of them. So like a lot of hops have a citrus flavor.
grapefruit.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it comes from.
But you like that?
I know, dude. Look,
This is weird.
I'm an old school like
grapefruit.
Look, man,
I eat grapefruit.
I love
I
grapefruit.
peel it and eat it straight. I love grapefruit.
I started chasing beers in the late 90s and I broke my teeth like Steinerbach. I'm a Texas guy, you know, put me like over the top on beer. I was like, holy shit, this is cool because all it had at that point is Beast or fucking whatever was on sale that the guy in the band could buy, you know, that was old enough to buy it. And then I remember having Shiner and I was like, man, this is crazy. And I was 16 at the time and a guy I knew who was a drummer in the band of Rock and Revolution developed snuck me in. They brought over this pitcher and there's stuff floating in it. It was all unfiltered and everything. And I was like, whoa, like this is another level. And I think by the end of the next week, I had like Guinness and Bass. And so late 90s, I was chasing beers. I was in. Like I know that they say the taste buds take a while and you become an adult and you like the bitter because through nature, bitter says, don't eat that, it'll kill you. You know, so you kind of, but as you get older, you move around. But I wasn't beering immediately. It was just my thing. But so I started chasing and back in 98, 96, 97, 98, 99, we were limited. I mean, it was like Fat Tire came around predominantly 98, 99, and that was pretty much like it. I mean, there was a few others. You know, you had Sierra Nevada. And then it was whatever you get from overseas, which you got your Guinnesses. And it was like, oh, that was that dude. So I was that malty guy. So over the last few years, I've really been trying to pull into this. And it was funny, man, because Drew over at Braindead told me, I was like, I feel like I missed like 5 years of awesome like IPAs because I couldn't drink them. And he goes, actually, you missed 5 years of shitty IPAs. Like, now we figured out how to really use this ingredient, and we're killing it now. And so, but it's weird. Like the other day, I peeled a grapefruit. My wife bought it, and I was like, it went straight to the trash. I couldn't drink it.
I can't handle grapefruit.
I couldn't eat that shit. It was terrible, dude. But I can drink it. I'm down with it now, so that was cool. Question for you, man. You're a brewer.
Yeah.
You're a pro brewer. I found out earlier you didn't really homebrew very much. You just knew you wanted to make beer. You were an IT guy and found that way.
Exactly.
And that's super cool.
Yeah.
So here's my question. Where did you start drinking beer? Like, what was your initial response? How old are you?
I am 27.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All the old guys just fell over and got a little heart palpitation here.
I'm really old.
Woo!
Shit, I didn't know the beer.
Oh, man. All right, so craft was around when you got legal.
Yeah.
Okay. But
That was around?
craft beer,
Oh,
the
okay,
craft
yeah.
scene,
Craft, I got
where
you.
you were getting gigs,
I
he
got
was
you.
just getting legal.
I got you.
That's cool though. So that's an even more interesting question because all of us cut our teeth on whatever the guy next to us could afford to buy. What was your entry to beer?
So when I first turned 21, I actually didn't like beer at all.
Yeah.
I think the first beer I bought legally because I had heard it was a good entry beer was Bud Light Lime.
Okay. Okay.
I
Oh, man.
fucking hate them.
And you bought another
That's a pre-entry beer.
And then, so I'm like, that's terrible.
I feel like you need a hug.
It was mentally damaging. I had a buddy that liked Guinness. I tried that, and it was just, at the time, it was too much for me. It's not, not really good entry beer. So the first beer I actually really enjoyed was Newcastle.
Yeah. Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I started drinking that, and actually to start with, I would mix it with a cider.
Yeah,
Do
no,
like
man,
a
nice brown.
Dogfight
That's
thing.
awesome. Hell yeah.
But then, I got started on that, and then I really got into craft with Ballast Point and Founders.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool.
So at the time, you could only get Ballast Point and Bombers.
Yeah.
But they had the Victory at Sea. And I absolutely loved that beer. I had actually a limited selection because I was living in Denison at the time.
Okay. Yeah.
You had a little town up
Yeah.
on the Oklahoma
Yeah.
border. There, you'd get some craft beer stuff, but it was really hard to find.
Wine country in a weird way.
Yes.
Do you know the wine tie-ins?
Ho-
We won't get into
Homestead
that, but you
Winery,
know the wine
yep,
tie-ins.
Yep.
Look up Denison, Texas, and wine tie-ins. It's crazy. Yeah, that's cool.
The guy that owns the winery up there also started a brewery.
Okay, cool. They got some weird history of
Yeah.
wine in Denison.
They saved the wine
yeah,
industry
dude,
in France.
that's crazy,
yeah,
right?
It's really
That's
interesting.
nuts. Yeah, dude, it's weird. Yeah, so like you're like, what?
Some
But
cool
it's-
history, though.
There's something weird about it. Yeah, but it is cool. But anyway.
Yeah, but I couldn't find craft beer up there besides like very limited, so I drank whatever I could get. And I think the one that really just hooked me into craft beer was Founder's Breakfast Stout.
Okay, so hang on. So from Bud Light Lime to Newcastle, what was the span?
Probably about 4 or 5 months.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
So have you ever had like a beast?
Nope.
Oh shit!
You ever a natty?
This is awesome. No, this is another.
Have you ever
level.
had,
Or
have you ever had
Natty
Zima?
I have not.
It wasn't even
I know-
around, dude.
Dude, when they brought Zima back not too long ago, you should have got on that. I bought like 4 cases.
I kind of
And
thought
three
about it.
Three
but,
packs of Jolly Ranchers. Put a Jolly Rancher in that bitch.
Ah, that's
No, what do
funny.
you think about some Zima? You ever had a Zima? Come on,
I
man.
can't. I
Come
can't
on.
say I've never chugged a
He had a
Zima.
cherry in it. A little grenadine.
Zima was Zima and well Bud Light Lime.
The clear malt
They're
liquor.
2 really good hangover cures.
What?
Just say you can get them down easy. I'm just saying they go down quick.
That's fucking awesome.
Zima, yeah, those became popular when I was in high school, which was
Yeah,
about
me too.
2 years ago.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
But people would put it was grenadine. They'd
Grenadine,
put in
dude.
that.
You go get it, drop
They
a
put
cherry
Jolly
in it.
Ranchers in
Jolly
there.
Ranchers. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I always think it's funny when you take a beer or a drink of any kind and you have to add something to it in order to drink it.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing I like Corona. Like
Really true.
you
I-
can't drink a Corona without a lime. It's like, then why not just buy a beer that's good right out of
It's
the
like,
package?
you know, some people go in
Why do you have to add shit to it?
some people go in and buy
man. Shit.
some people go in and buy limes to add to their beer. Other people buy Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
What kind of beer is it that you got to add? You know, that's what I'm
I
saying.
put
Like
a Jolly
the Zima.
Rancher in a Zima to look like
That's
a
what I'm
badass. You can't look like a badass drinking a Zima with a Jolly
You
Rancher.
got to put a
in it.
little color in there.
Yeah. You got a grape ass Jolly Rancher in a Zima.
Hey man,
Ugh.
I guess
sorry,
they're
I got
tasting
off.
it down, but it
Sorry.
seems like a waste of $6.
I just think it's funny if you got to have food to make your beer taste
It
good.
is weird. All right, let's catch up to Bryan and get another beer going.
Catch this vintage.
Yeah, smell it first.
That's actually good. Dude, you drank that faster than I ever expected you would drink.
Dude,
that.
if you had fucking
I think that's really good.
a cherry fucking Jolly Rancher in that bitch.
It's a new marketing campaign. Hey,
Yeah.
Moon puts oranges in their shit. Like,
Yeah, and we tape a Jolly Rancher to the can underneath on the put it right there.
Well, you got to be drinking till you think you're getting to the Jolly Rancher. It's like chasing a stick.
Tubbs, pay
Look at that!
attention.
Look at that!
Target has Jolly Ranchers in big bags.
I like this one. That's a good IPA, and I don't
It is
typically
good.
like
I drank it
IPAs.
again.
That's really good. Yeah, that's
Drink it
good.
again.
And the thing about Tubbs, like I said, is I was up there just 2 weeks ago or last week, and man, they've always got beers. I like.
I keep looking at the back of the can. I don't know what.
Well, I'm just
I don't know.
just
That's like
amazed.
red dots and shit
It
on
says
it.
your baby will be fucked. And
The problem with those drinking stories is remembering them. And when you get down to it, I mean, I've had some stories, but sometimes it takes me a minute.
What was that song you showed me right before earlier? Rita Rose.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
about
all right, my 10-year-old for the last 3 years will sing that song randomly in the backseat of the car.
Really?
I swear to God, dude. We're on the way. We're going to family weekend, and we're all silent. Nobody's doing anything in the backseat. We hear, I think her name's Rita. Might have been Rose. And I'm just like, all right.
That was a wild 2-night deal down in Austin, and yeah, that was fun. So people left Austin with tattoos. I got blamed for some people leaving Austin with tattoos.
Nice.
I had nothing to do with them going to the tattoo shop. I was still at the bar, that kind of thing.
Was there a Rita?
There was a Rita, but I mean, I really don't.
It could have been Rose.
It could have been Rose. Could have been her sister. I mean, it's one of them things. It was a good time. Now that I think about it, like some of my coolest days, as far as drinking beer and stuff, like people you just run into, like I've gotten to hang out with a lot of different people and everything, but like it's the old timer. It's the guy that I just walk into a bar and there's only 3 people in the goddamn place, and I walk in, there's some dude that's a World War II vet or a Vietnam vet or something. We get to talking, and they're not going into all this. But if it's just talking to these guys, I'm like, God, y'all been in places I can't even imagine, kind of thing. And to me, honestly, that's like some of the coolest stuff I've ever had a beer with guys with us, because we're sitting there talking about some real shit too, and it's lighthearted, it's cool, but it's like, I never knew walking in here with 3 people in here that I was going to stay for 4 hours.
Yeah, right.
Just to talk to a homeboy,
Well, and songs definitely open that beer, but dude, nothing opens a conversation like beers.
No.
That's one of my favorite things about beers. You walk into like a brewery, grab a beer, and just the person next to you is a complete stranger, and then 2 hours later, you know each other's life stories.
That's what I love about it.
You got the Annie.
What beer's next, guys? I'm getting thirsty.
Grab one, dude. Where we go next? Do that cool ass, that 3-day shit.
This one?
No, to the right. Yeah, let's do that one.
That one was serious.
Aaron's shooting for a 4 on our scoring scale at the end of the day. He brought it easy drinkers. So
this is a festive can.
This is getting into you guys, man. This is no hops, dude. Imperial Nip Stout, chocolate hazelnut, 3 nations. What was these used to be called? The sweaty balls?
Sticky nuts.
Sticky nuts.
Sticky nuts.
Sticky nuts, sweaty balls. It's kind of a,
I like it all.
there's a thing there.
Hey, that bit on Saturday Night Live.
Best
How do you like my sweaty balls?
Best.
This looks pretty thick here.
Yeah, this is lunch, guys.
Oh, this is awesome.
Look
I'm
at
gonna I'm big. I just jacked the table. You know why I did that? Because it makes it look pretty for the camera.
Look, I don't even know how to pour it.
Nice.
Dude, that smells good, dude.
That's awesome.
It's all my years of
hard
coffee
tea coffee smell to it.
Oh yeah,
You know, like about
coffee, lots of
overpouring, drink the rest out of the
hazelnut.
can.
It just smells like coffee, kind of.
Are you a coffee drinker?
I love coffee.
Man, that's why I like these.
Because the coffee thing in it?
Yes, man.
All right, so
It
what is
runs
this one
that.
here? This is a...
It's a chocolate hazelnut stout
I like this
from
stout.
3 Nations out in Farmers
Dude,
Branch.
Bryan was awesome. I started brewing beers like 6 years ago. My cousin. And I said, dude, I got these beers you need to try. He goes, I'll tell you ahead of time, I drink natural light. That's what I drink, man.
It's cheap
That's
and it
damn
goes
good.
Like,
down
all
really
right,
smooth.
so let me bring you some beers. And we used to drink. We were big malt liquor guys
that's
back in
damn
the day.
good.
Yeah.
We used to start our weekend off. We'd get a big old thing of like Colt 45 or Old English and a bottle of Corbel and put it in the freezer. And before we went out, remember that? We down the 40 and down the bottle of Corbel, and then we go out to the motorcycle races. It was awesome. Like cheap night. It was great.
Right.
So then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, all I drink's natural light. And I'm like, well, check these out. So he started drinking the beers I was making as homebrew, like my 3rd year in. I was kind of figuring things out. And he liked it. He's like, holy shit, this is cool. I was like, dude, you got to start drinking beers. Like, you got to start looking. Dude, literally within 2 weeks, him and his wife take a trip out to California. He starts sending me pictures.
Yeah,
dude,
man.
you'll love this. He sends me a picture of Old Rasputin. Dude, I looked at it, and he was like, this shit's amazing. I said, Kelly's like, yo, Bryan just went from natural light to Old Rasputin. I mean, my wife looks at me and she's like, damn, he just jumped off the cliff. I was like,
Cheers, brother.
that doesn't make sense. I love it.
Man, this is... I can... this tastes like a dessert kind of beer.
Oh yeah.
After a big old steak dinner, break one of these out. terrific.
That's good stuff. I like
Three
it.
Nations has just been, they've been
Those
killing
guys,
it.
that
Yeah,
smells local too?
It smells like a cup of
yeah,
coffee.
that's out of Farmer's Branch.
I'll tell you what I love.
I was not aware of
that's
these
good.
guys. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I love. Man, dude, they brew all this beer out of a garage. They're like in a little mechanic garage. They're like in a little strip of buildings and you just one spot and you work on cars. That's where they make, it's ridiculous. You walk by and you drive by and you're just like, they make, because they're in every store in
So
Dallas.
they
They're in every
brew beer
bar,
in
they're
this
everywhere.
one. They brew beer in this one, and next door it's a paint body shop.
Yeah, dude.
Next door to that, so
They have
fix
got-
steering columns.
Dude, they got to
Next
have
door to
people
that.
there 36 hours a day, however you make that happen, making beer, because I don't understand how
And
they're
they got
getting that volume.
their beers are in Target
Everywhere.
on the end cap.
Everywhere. Three Nations everywhere, and they're all good. They're ridiculous. And they started out with like this really cool, like German, like European, like everything was like traditional beers. Now they're doing stuff like this, which I do love that, because you know OHB started out like that too. Oak Highlands.
Yes, yeah.
And I know that dude. And by the way, you know, he's one of the dudes that got me into like taking a step to brewing, because I was at these homebrew festivals and I talked to him. I was like, man, I want to brew. And he's like, go brew, dude, go do it. And I finally did. He's going to push me over, and he actually like has had some of my beers. He's really enjoyed them, which makes me feel amazing. But you know, they've had that real sort of traditional, like kind of European thing on their beers.
Yeah.
But now they're stepped out doing these really cool flavors and really. I love the fact that even the ones who try to stick to tradition are like jumping out there and going crazy, you know.
I absolutely love the guys at Oak Highlands. That was when I went through the Eastfield program.
Good cast.
That was the first brewery I interned at.
Yeah, those
and I had
guys are
actually
awesome.
never heard of them before.
Ah, they're
because
badass.
they hadn't started distributing up to like Sherman Denison yet.
Sure.
But just like that was the best internship I had for the whole program, and I still like I'll go up there pretty regularly, just hang out with them.
I think
Guys
I
are so
recognize
cool.
you from there actually.
You might. I mean, I'm there.
I don't.
I'm there a
Honestly,
lot.
I used to play there quite a bit, and I think I recognize you from back when. I think that's where I recognize you from.
Probably, yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's a good group of dudes too.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Super
Well, I
awesome.
definitely, the first
Great
time I got
beer.
turned on Aaron, I immediately looked up, I knew him from Brain Dead. You got the Brain Dead shirt on. Like,
Yeah,
I know you're with those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys are some of the coolest guys around, so that's a fun time.
Yeah,
You
they're
dig it?
great.
That's good, dude.
I knew you'd like
That's
that.
a full meal
That's
deal right
right
there.
up
son.
your bomb
That's
salad.
like cheeseburger, French fry, and a cup of coffee
with bacon.
with bacon. Yeah.
Nobody could find me. They all thought I was passed out of my apartment. I was already at the bar again.
Dude, some of my favorite beer stories that we have.
And I got up the next day and I was like, oh man. And I woke up at like 8 the next day, like perfectly still drunk. You know? And I was like, man, I had a hell of a time last
Perfectly
night.
still drunk. That needs to be a shirt, dude. Perfectly still drunk.
So I had,
So is there like an odd not drunk? Or
yeah, it's
how do
like
you say that?
usually
Perfectly
like
still.
most of my Tuesdays, early Wednesday. So my
It's
truck
all
was,
coming together.
So my truck was out blocking everybody for a good solid 6-7 hours. Cool, you know.
He's my
It was
favorite
a,
part.
it was a fun night though.
I love when
It's
he's
good
playing
times.
those 8 ears gigs and we get too drunk to load up. We're officially those music guys.
I got woke up in there a couple times too.
Oh, dude. I got woke up after playing in that place, passed out in the booth.
Yeah.
And they got woke up because I had to get my shit off the stage to get out of the bar.
Yeah.
You were just tired.
Or it might have just been Joel trying to get me to play Golden
Yeah,
too.
the
I'm not
booths-
really
the
sure. It
booths
wasn't
are-
that because I sucked at
The
Golden.
booths are kind of comfortable.
They are, dude.
They're kind of
God.
cushy.
All right, what are we doing next?
3 in the morning after buckets. Let's play a game.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
You going?
We got a
You
game.
got this?
Yeah. And so my idea is
All
for
right.
this game.
Oh,
is
God,
we're
we
gonna
gotta
keep doing
write?
it. No, you don't have to do shit. You just gotta
I
sit
can see
back.
the answers.
Stop, Mo. Goddamn. Cheap fucking musician, guys. Pen and a pen. All right, man.
Man, I see the back of that too. You sounded
Stop.
like just
Okay,
showing it
all
off
right.
to
So the
us.
first one's gonna
It's
be
like the
giveaway.
SAT.
All right, so you're all gonna get the first one
It's
right.
like the SAT.
Assholes. All right, now y'all were in school.
Saturday morning.
All right, so your answers. I'm going to tell you now your answers. Your answers are a selection of Budweiser, Amstel, Lowenbrau, Heineken, Polliner, and Coors. And I'll put these right here.
Yeah, because I can't remember.
Coors
Yeah.
original?
Coors.
There was
Before,
a
I
couple
think
beers.
before
Banquet
Coors
beer.
figured out they can make it light.
There's a couple 3-syllable beers in there.
All right.
I can't
For the
remember.
word,
I've actually never
for the
heard of
record, I don't
Lowenbrau.
consider light beer
Really?
beer. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try to
Like
keep
a-
light beer out of this forever.
Lowenbrau is pretty low in brow. It's kind of in like a greenish blue bottle with a little. It's like got like a lion kind of thing on the side, but not really a
Damn.
lion.
All right, there might be an advantage. Damn, I wasn't expecting that from Mo.
Yeah, like a family crest lion.
Goddamn
Like a
impressed,
lion.
dude.
Coming out of
I got-
shoe
I got
number
you.
2.
Coming out of shoot
Look
number
at
2.
Mo.
Lowenbrau,
All right.
the bull.
So I took some real intention in finding people online holding
All right,
beers.
here we go.
You guys are a couple of badass brute gentlemen. So I tried to find a couple of other badass brute gentlemen. So we'll start out with the first one since you guys fucking cheated. And we'll start with this one. Paul Newman. Old school movie badass. Makes popcorn, makes charity, races cars, died.
He's dead?
He fishes too.
He's dead, right? Yeah, he's dead, dude. All right,
Man,
so
Luke, man.
He also
I-
makes
by the
salad
way,
dressing.
What kind of beer would he be drinking?
I don't know, but I want this picture.
That might be the question.
That's a badass picture. Shirt unbuttoned, holding a beer on a fishing boat.
Are we sure he's holding a beer though?
He is holding. I put the tape on. I'm gonna pull the tape over. It's not salad dressing. I promise
what's
you
he
it's beer.
drinking?
What's he drinking? Out of those choices,
Well,
we got
I mean-
Bud.
Heineken.
We got Amstel.
Let me see. Let me check.
I think
the
we
year.
all saw the back.
Lowen Brown. Yeah, y'all
I did
cheated
not.
on this one.
I did
y'all,
not.
Y'all all got this one. Well, y'all write down what you think out of the choices.
All right.
Bud, Amstel, Lowenbrow, Heineken.
This
All
may be
Heineken,
the
of
only
course.
one I get right.
So there's no advantage, as you see in my beer trivia. We're going to try to keep these games going as stupid and no advantage as we can. So, all right, we're done with Paul Newman. We'll pull him off here in a minute.
All right. That's good.
Next up, I couldn't resist this picture of this badass dude because this picture's funny. Arnold with a big old pretzel.
What is he drinking?
What's he drinking? Arnold, 8-time Olympia champion, action hero, badass. And by the way, when you're Googling,
So how many pictures are there?
by the way, 3. And by the way, dude, when you Google celebrities with beer, you get Arnold Schwarzenegger overwhelmingly.
Really?
Hey man, he is the dude that in this documentary when that guy said, "How do you get your muscles? You drink beer." He goes, "Beer is for babies. Men drink beer." It's like that's my cat right there. So I couldn't resist the big pretzel though. So what is he drinking out of the choices? We good? All right, we're good. All right, let's see what we got. Last and final one. Couldn't resist this one because Mo actually has a song that says he loves a girl that sings Johnny Paycheck songs.
I do.
Badass honky tonk.
I know what he's drinking.
Yellow Belly, I think. That or Budweiser.
Mr. Johnny Paycheck.
I
My
can't
head's
do
behind
that.
the tape.
beers last night.
Ah! Yeah, this is a shoe-in from
That's
Mo.
a lot of
That might have
beers,
been
all
advantage.
right.
I didn't mean for it to be advantage, but that might be advantage. All right, we ready?
I probably
Yeah.
got it wrong.
All right, let's see what we got. First one.
It was
What did
the
you
first
guys choose? Mo, what is Paul Newman drinking?
Coors.
I said Heineken.
He's drinking a Heineken.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that is one.
I
for
cheated
the,
that one. I
One
saw
for the
that
beer,
one.
guys. He cheated, but we give it to him anyway.
Man, I have no idea.
You made it very
I have no
easy.
idea.
If I get the
Arnold.
last one.
For Arnold, and I'll give you a little hint before, even though you already wrote it down, he does a lot of Oktoberfest partying.
Amstel.
I said Paul
I
Anner.
drew the beer.
You guys both missed the point. It is a
Pretzel.
Lowenbrow. It's Lowenbrow. Lowenbrow does a lot of Oktoberfest sponsorships, and that was Lowenbrow.
Is there a high and brow?
There's not a high brow. You
kidding.
should make a high end brow. That
There
should
you
be a brew
That's
club gig.
my Oktoberfest.
High end brow.
High-end
Yeah,
there we
fuck,
go.
that'd be rad,
High-end
dude.
brow.
If your Oktoberfest is
That
called
or
high end
alright.
brow.
If I
That'd
get
be
this
awesome.
wrong, I'll be pissed.
All right, Johnny Paycheck. Mo, there might be a built-in unintentional bias of advantage, but
Coors.
it was not intended. It is Coors for Johnny
Coors!
Paycheck.
Yellow Belly.
What'd you pick?
Bud.
Holy shit! All right, we got point up on the entertainment side of things, and we'll keep this rolling for our episode.
Touchdown, I got
That
one.
was awesome. I did not admit. I mean, I knew you had him in the song,
Yeah.
but I didn't mean to intentionally give you an
Hey,
advantage.
speaking of music, guys, did you know that ISIS intentionally put Luke Bryan in the country music to take over country music?
Do what?
Yeah, did you know that?
Okay, cool.
Onward. We're gonna go with our.
I forgot all
what is this
about
gonna
that
be?
guy.
We all
That's a
tried.
chugger.
Fun fact for you.
We've all tried to forget about that guy. All right, man.
All
So I'm
right.
drinking my beer.
So we'll drink. I'm down.
All right, we got to get this down.
Now, what is...
Man, that was bad to the bone. Right
That was
there.
really good.
That was a good
yeah,
beer.
Three Nations killed it with that. That's fucking.
Now, here's
What would
something
you,
I
hey,
have
what would
no
you go
idea
with food
about.
with that?
Uh,
Food. Like if you were eating, what food would you go with?
So that's definitely a dessert beer.
Yeah.
So you pair that up with like some ice cream or a good chocolate cake or a
Oh,
brownie.
man.
That'll go really fucking
What
good.
about in
Or
the
even
morning?
just for
What about
after
in the
the
morning
dinner
for a cup of
drink
coffee?
it as a...
In the morning, man, you pair that up with some.
No,
like
I mean
really
like
good.
this for coffee.
Oh yeah.
Would this be good hot?
I think the
Mix it
blueberry
in
bagel.
coffee. I ain't turning
You
a creamer, dude.
You know
think
what?
a-
I
I
got
think
a
a blueberry
butter.
bagel with
What
some
about
cream
McDonald's
cheese.
sausage biscuit?
All right, I'm on it. Tomorrow morning. We're gonna wake
Talking
up.
about
We're
a
gonna
good
brew
breakfast beer?
We're gonna brew a cup of coffee, and we're gonna use that shit as creamer. And I
Good breakfast beer.
I got a buddy that used to work at Lakewood,
Right.
and he said they tried everything they could to destroy Temptress, and all of it was unsuccessful. But one of their favorite ways to drink it was just to put it in a mug and throw it in the microwave.
Really?
Yep. Drink it hot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Really? Yeah. I haven't been brave enough to venture into that, but that's what the guy who worked at Lakewood said. So,
Dude.
That's kind of got a Temptress
Beer
taste to
nerds
it.
that are watching this are losing their fucking minds. So we're gonna judge Hans Pils is what Aaron chose for the Chug. So every time we do the Chug at the end of the night, the namesake of the show is we're gonna judge the beer we're drinking. And brewers can take whatever they want. We can go for 4 points, we can go for 0 points. Aaron opted for 4 points.
Out of the 3 beers?
Folks, you already poured yours. Y'all poured yours.
Oh.
Oh, fuck, I'm way behind this. All right, man, so let's fill this up. And the way we judge beer makes no sense for scoring beers, but it makes sense for having absolute fun in the world of drinking beer. God, dude, I am just blowing this shit.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's his first time.
Yeah, I'm a newbie.
I remember my first beer.
All right, man, let's judge this beer. So the Hans Pils from Real Ale in Blanco, Texas will earn a score based on how many of these glasses go completely empty and hit the table. Bottoms up, brothers. Get your
Cheers,
jaws
guys.
loose.
Cheers.
Let's
It's been a
chug.
great time, man.
Time for the chug. One point, 2 points, 3 points, 3.5.
I'm gonna
How far I
give.
get.
Whoa! All right.
Can I have yours, dude?
So, the Real Ale from Blanco, Texas. That's a delicious beer.
Hey, that was a
Easy
good beer.
going down. It is a good beer.
Yeah.
3 points from the Real Ale, Hans Pils.
So we got to chug again?
No.
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 We're just beers now. We're just
I got to
gonna
get
glasses.
later, motherfucker. Damn. Here we go. What are we doing? Sing a song?
Yeah, you roll first.
I can't do that on public. All right, Jim Beam. All right, so here we go. Well, you may have done some things back then that we might not shouldn't have known, but we never meant to hurt nobody. We were just boys having fun. And most memories from those days don't play back on that clay. And we owe it all to Jim Beam whiskey and Lone Star beer. And it was that Jim Beam whiskey and that Lone Star beer that got us on in so much trouble and sent us home seeing up. Well, those days are gone. But tonight I'm holding on with a little help from Jim Beam whiskey and Lone Star beer. Now we like to drive downtown and just see if we can start a fight. And maybe find some girls that we didn't know that might want to treat us right. Well, sometimes we come home a grin, and other times be hell. But that Jim Beam whiskey and Lone Star beer, it always treated us well. And it was that Jim Beam whiskey and that Lone Star beer that got us all in so much trouble and sent us home seeing up. Those days are gone, but tonight I'm holding on with a little help from Jim Beam whiskey and Lone Star beer. With a Lone in my first name, long times he'd run me in. Bricks and Jerry wouldn't on that band, but the match said too damn thin. And we can do How those bars leave a bad taste in my mouth. It's a shame that Jim Baby himself didn't come down to bail me out. It was that Jim Baby whiskey and that Lone Star beer. They got us all in so much trouble and sent us home seeing no. Those days are gone. Good night.